Chapter 1. Down the Rabbit Hole. Alice and her big sister sat under a tree one sunny day. Alice's sister had a book, but Alice had nothing with her. She looked at her sister's book. There were no pictures or conversations in it. "Why is she reading a book without pictures or conversations?" she thought. "I'm bored. I know. I'll look for some flowers." Then she thought, "No, it's too hot for that, and I feel sleepy." Suddenly, a white rabbit ran past her. It took a watch from its jacket and looked at it. "Oh, I'm going to be late," it said. "That's strange. A rabbit with a watch," said Alice. She jumped up and ran after the animal. It ran down a large rabbit hole, so Alice went down the hole too. She didn't stop and ask, "How am I going to get out again?" Alice fell down and down, but she fell very slowly and didn't feel afraid. What's going to happen next? She wondered. She looked round. There were cupboards in the walls of the rabbit hole. Some of the cupboards were open, and there were books in them. Sometimes she saw pictures. She looked down, but she couldn't see any light. Down, down, down. When will the hole end? She wondered. Perhaps I'm going to come out in Australia. I'll have to ask the name of the country. "Please, madam, is this Australia or New Zealand?" "No, I can't do that. They'll think I'm stupid." She thought about her cat, Dinah. What's Dinah doing? Will they remember her milk tonight? Oh, Dinah, why aren't you here with me? Perhaps there's a mouse here, and you can eat it. Suddenly, Alice was at the bottom of the hole. "That didn't hurt," she said, and sat up quickly. She could see the white rabbit, and she ran after him again. They were in a different rabbit hole now. "Oh, my ears and nose!" the white rabbit cried. "It's getting very late." He ran faster and vanished through another hole. Alice followed him through the hole. Now she was in a very long room. She looked round for the white rabbit, but she couldn't see him anywhere. Chapter 2. Alice's Tears. "Oh, what's happening?" cried Alice. "I'm getting taller and taller." She looked down. "Goodbye, feet. Who will put your shoes on for you now? I can't do it. I'll give you some new shoes for Christmas. I'll have to send them to you." In a short time, Alice was more than 3 meters high. "I want to go into that garden," she thought. She took the little key from the table. Then she went to the door and opened it. But she was too big and couldn't go through it. She sat down and began to cry again. Because she was very big, her tears were very big too. "Alice, stop it this minute. Don't cry," she said. But she couldn't stop the big tears, and after a time there was water everywhere. She heard the sound of small feet. She looked down, and there was the white rabbit again. He had his best clothes on, and in one hand he had a white hat. "Oh, the Duchess, the Duchess," he said. "She'll be angry with me because I'm late." Alice wanted to ask him for help. "Please, sir," she said very politely. The White Rabbit jumped. He ran out of the room, and his hat fell from his hands. Alice took the hat. "Am I different?" she wondered. "I was Alice yesterday, but everything is different today. Perhaps I'm not me now. So who am I? That's the question." She began to think about her friends. "Perhaps I'm one of them," she thought. "I'm not Ada, because her hair is different to mine. I don't want to be my friend Mabel, because she doesn't know very much. I know more than she does." Then she thought, "Do I know more? Let me see. What's 4 and 4? 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 16 and 16 is... Oh, I can't remember." And she started to cry again. But this time her tears were small tears. She was small again. Why? She wondered. Then she understood. She had the White Rabbit's hat in her hand. "I'm smaller because I've got the hat in my hand," she thought. She put the hat on. It was the right size for her head.